So about 2 weeks ago, my mom found out about my YouTube channel. And it's been pretty awkward ever since. Yo, it's a giant. So you know how like when you leave your laptop open, right, and don't use anything for a while, it eventually goes to sleep, and to actually use it again, you need to log in. But every now and then, it doesn't actually go to sleep and just stays on the whole time. And this was one of those times. So literally my mom just like walked into my room and saw that I just had my YouTube analytics open, right? Just boom, right there. So she could see the channel name and everything. And she watched a couple videos. Now, I don't even know which video she watched, and I'm not even going to ask, because ignorance is bliss, right? As you like, if you guys been watching my videos, or just, even if you just take a scroll through my, videos, there are pretty questionable videos, right? I don't want to know which one she watched. But I know for sure she's watched like some. I think she might have watched like me single for 20 years, or just one of the videos where we're talking about me just being down bad and just single. Because every now and then, a couple of times we had this conversation. Because remember, she's found out 2 weeks ago, right? Like 3-4 times now. She's been like, yo, like the first time she's like, you have to like talk to girls, right? And I'm like, oh my god. No shit. But like she's been telling me, she's like, you gotta talk to girls. You gotta like, and like, literally yesterday she's like, how, like, why are you guys like so obsessed with dating? Like your generation is so obsessed with dating. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, I don't know if you guys are like that comfortable with your parents or whatever, but I'm not, right? And again, I think this might just be more of an Indian household thing, but not just an Indian household thing, because even in Indian households, there's a lot of like, open parents and like, everyone has great relationships and shit. But in my family, not so much, right? And I've never really talked to them about dating, sex, any of the shit, because, that's kind of like a death sentence. And not dating so much, but like I knew it'd be awkward. Okay, like my parents aren't that like crazy about it. Like they've been telling me kind of they're like, oh, if you get a girl, whatever, you can bring her over, whatever. I wasn't going to ever, but the chance never came up anyways, because I've always been single, right? But I don't know, like these kind of conversations have always been very awkward, and now my mom's watched videos and she's making shit more awkward. Like, I know I'm single, right? I know I don't need my mom telling me like how to get girls, okay? Although, maybe I should listen to my mom, because hey, whatever I tried never worked, right? So, but then again, my mom did get an arranged marriage, so she literally saw like my dad like 2 times and then they got married. So like I don't know what kind of advice she would give me that would be useful in today's dating age, And another reason why, I think it's been kind of awkward is because my mom thought that she knew me. And, after watching my videos, she was probably pretty shocked. Which makes sense. And she does know me, just to an extent. Like, I don't act that different when I'm, with my parents or like, family or friends or like on YouTube, right? It's just like the thing that I talk about is different. Like, I'm not really friends with my parents, if that makes sense. Like, you see other people, relationships with their parents, and they're like, they can like swear in front of each other, they make all kinds of jokes, they talk about all kinds of things, and they're like open with each other, right? And you often see this with white people, where I think it's like the parents and like the child, like the relationship's almost kind of like equal even, right? There's not really like this big divide in there, because like in Indian culture and stuff, right, it's like respect your elders are always right, don't talk back, don't show attitude, don't do this, all that kind of bullshit, right? And because of this, your parents are above you. And by above, I mean like they have more power than you. Like if you're in a professional setting, then your boss has more power than you. And if you're in school and you're a student, then your teacher has more power than you. Like, I'm not gonna go up to my boss or teacher or my parents and be like, hey guys, I'm so fucking down bad, yo. Like, all these girls be like curving me on Tinder and shit or something. Like, like you just don't talk about that shit with them. So really, it's like, like my mom knows me, but she doesn't know the whole me. And that's why she literally told me, she's like, I thought I knew you, but I guess I don't, and that shit sounded like pretty sad. I was like, damn, right? But like obviously that's what like 2 weeks ago. Now it's like pretty like normalish, right? Because really it's just like, okay, that's me. Because again, I'm not like that much different. I am like a little bit more, I guess, like I swear a lot more here, right? Like I talk like on my YouTube, I talk as if I was talking with my friends, and I don't really talk to my mom like that. I think like my mom thought I was like super innocent because I never really talked about like wanting to date girls or like fucking girls and shit, right? And obviously on my YouTube, that's like a pretty big part of my videos, right? Just me being down bad. Because like, again, like whenever we would talk about that kind of stuff or they'd bring it up or whatever, right? I would just like try to avoid the whole conversation because it'd be awkward. And I think like a part of why it's just still so awkward to this day is because when I was younger, right, and there would be like a kissing scene would show up in a movie or something or anything like that, right? I think my parents would all be like, "Oh my god, like gande je kaam kar de pe," and like all this kind of shit, right? And I don't know, like if it was for like kissing or like sex or whatever, but like there was an energy. Okay, there was an energy shift that we could all feel, and after I think like a couple times, I would just avoid looking at the TV whenever there'd be anything like that. Right, because it's just weird, and like I guess we never really talked about it as I grew older too. So it's like even to this day, if there's a kissing scene or whatever, it's just like I just look away or whatever. And also as a kid, you find like kissing scenes and shit gross anyways. Like you don't like girls at that age, you don't like whatever. So I probably just like avoided looking at it anyways, right? And then also with like the whole ganda and like all that kind of shit, I guess I just avoided even more. I don't know. But really, I think that's probably kind of about it that my mom's, kind of weirded out about, because I don't think she knows what jacking off means. I really hope she doesn't know what jacking off means, because if she does, man, I'm so sorry, Mom. And she knows what fucking means, though, so she does know what that means. So I think that's kind of like why she was like weirded out about that. We had like those weird conversations about like girls and shit. Now, after this, she watched my videos. And I think why my mom didn't have like too much of a reaction is because my mom is pretty chill, right? She's the most chill member of my family, and she still was weirded out about my shit, right? Naturally, which makes sense, right? But she is the most chill person. That's why, even though I talked about religion and not really being religious and all that, like it didn't really faze her and she didn't really have too much of a strong reaction because we've already talked about these things. Because she is chill, right? My dad, on the other hand, that's... But like, one thing that I think kind of made me think about a lot of stuff was like, my mom was like, yeah, this is, like how will the rest of the family react to this? Right? Like religion, that's very, most of my family is really religious. We all have like our hair and all that, right? Like 90% of my family probably that I know of, right, has their hair and is very religious. So me, just saying I'm not really religious like that is like pretty crazy. Right? So, like if you guys are religious, you guys know like religion is crazy, right? Like that's like people's whole lives, which makes sense because, God is kind of all powerful, right? So it makes sense, right? So obviously I think religion is, a big part. So I'm probably going to delete those videos if I ever do a face reveal, like, because I don't want to talk about like controversial things anymore. I'll talk about controversial things, but like religion, that's really controversial. Like people die over this shit, that it ain't no games. So, it's just like my mom was like telling me, she was like, yeah, you should, what will other people think? And like, it's good that you don't show your face and like these kind of things, which kind of made me rethink everything a little bit because, originally my plan was to have a face reveal at 1K subs, right? And I'm like halfway there, and that was the goal, right? And then after, because my reasoning was, if I have 1K, all this fuck shit that I talk about, my family won't care too much, or they'll care, but like at least I'll be able to show that, hey, I make money off this. So it's like, it's kind of okay, not really, but you get what I mean a little bit, right? So that was like kind of like my justification for 1K for the face reveal. Now I'm like, shit, should I even do one then? Should I do like 10K, 100K? Like how's my dad gonna react to all this? Because my mom is the most chill person that I like in my family, obviously aside from my brother. But like if she reacted like that, right, obviously she was still pretty chill about it, but like she's most chill, and she had like a reaction like, okay, you probably shouldn't show everyone else and all this, right? Like how would everyone else react? It's like, and like how would that affect me? And it's just like, shit, bro, I was kind of like overthinking myself for like a couple of days, I was like, shit, like, what am I going to do now? Like, should I just completely change my whole new content? Or like, I was thinking like, I'll do a face reveal, but like on a second channel, and on that channel, I'll like do like family friendly type shit instead. Right. And I don't know, it just like kind of made me overthink. Now I think, like, again, it's been a while. I'm like, it's what it is, you know. Like, this is what I want to talk about. I'm a fucked up human being. Like, it is what it is, you know. Like, just accept who I am and just move on, you know. Like, I think, you know, my family will eventually, you know, I think, be okay with me again. You know, I don't think I'll get disowned, but like, I don't know, because again, like, I don't know, like, my dad is still a little, like, you know, old fashioned and shit, like, so he still does like the whole like you know, whatever, like, respect and like all that kind of shit, like, don't disrespect the bloodline, families or whatever. Obviously not like bloodline, but like, you know, don't disrespect the family and like all that kind of weird shit, like low-key gangy. That's still in the brown culture a lot, right? So there's a little bit of that and all that. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, like, if I do a face reveal and like they find out, right? So it's just like, I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking I might just do a face reveal. I don't know, like, I'll do a face reveal for sure. I don't know if I'll do it on YouTube, but I might just do it on the Discord so you guys can see what I look like, but like still maybe do videos with no face cam, or do some videos with, like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But like, you know, this whole thing made me kind of think, because I never really thought my parents would find out yet. You know, I thought my parents would find out after I did the face reveal. Like, you know, then like somebody would send it into the WhatsApp group chat and be like, oh my god, is this your son? Look at this disappointment, yo. Like, and then we would have those very uncomfortable conversations that I had with my mom. And it would be a lot worse because my dad would be involved. But really, that's about it. You know, my mom found out, nothing too crazy happened. It was a little weird, but yeah, nothing, you know, my content, I'm planning to still make the same shit, maybe a little more toned down. And I told my mom not to watch my shit. So, you know, if she does watch my stuff, I literally said, like, you know, you're hurting yourself. So just don't watch it. But anyways, I hope you guys somehow enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you guys did. If you guys didn't, well, let me know. I'm curious, you know, how did you guys actually, you know, find this video? Did you guys find it good? Was it worse than usual? Better than usual? I don't know. Because, like, I'm just, like, listening to myself, like, I'm gonna listen to the video, you know, this audio, just to see how it is. And I don't know, I'm just like, kind of like, is it good? Is it bad? I'm kind of like overthinking again, because it's been a while since I've uploaded, right? And that was not because my mom found out about my YouTube channel. That was just because of like school and finals and shit. And I've just been wasting a couple days now. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.